You know what time it is. It's time for another Thanksgiving update. It's weird, but this thing, it's so weird, but this thing actually, fits me now. After all these years, it finally fits. It looks... Huh. Interesting. Look, I know I said I wasn't going to do this last year. That the Thanksgiving updates were done, that the series was over, that I was going to focus on other things, but I don't know. I was home, you're smelling all that good Thanksgiving food, and I was like, something's missing. It's a force of habit, mostly. I just feel like making annual update every time I smell that sweet, sweet ham. A lot has changed since the last Thanksgiving update. I mean, look, I graduated high school and did my first quarter at SCAD, the college that I am attending. That's actually where I made my most recent short film, which is maybe why you don't, longtime viewers don't recognize a lot of the people in that video. Great crew, amazing crew. But yeah, I also wrote a number of short films that have gone unproduced. I got a new sword. As well, I got a new green jacket. I actually got two of these, but, you know, I like this. This might be my favorite green jacket I've ever had. I'm pretty sure this is the... Is this the fifth? Oh, God. Also, broken promises are pretty on brand for this channel. I mean, that's sort of the going theme of this Thanksgiving update series, is me promising things and then them never coming out, right? So, I feel it's almost poignant that I make another Thanksgiving update, even though I said I was not going to last year. And I guess that leads us right back into this theme of broken promises, or, as it concerns the last year, for the most part, kept promises. And with the notable exception of a couple video essays I failed to make last year, I pretty much followed through on almost everything I promised. I involved my friends more in the channel with the Battlefront 2 video, and all the live streams I did, and the Christmas video. I did a good Christmas video with the boys, and Nature Documentaries 3, which finally came out, and I'll say this, we're not making a Nature Documentaries 4. I'd love to, I don't really feel the need. I feel like the story is complete now. And while I didn't make that specific short film I announced, I was mostly a placeholder for the idea of making short films. And let me tell you, I wrote a lot of short films, and I produced about 3 of them, basically successfully turning my channel into a mostly filmmaking channel, which is fantastic. And so going forward with what I'm going to promise in this next year, I think it's just going to be mostly that. I can't really promise much because it doesn't always come true, but I am going to promise that I'm going to make more films because, I mean, like I said earlier, I am 200% fascinated by... Hold on. This is just my short film ideas, but I have a bunch of short film ideas that I am working on presently that I will hope to come out in the near future. A lot of these I've already written, and then the ones that I haven't written are so extraordinarily big compared to everything else that it's going to be interesting to see if I can even make those. So, one that I'm super passionate about is the life or death of a zombie. Another one is called The Gatekeepers, and this one I'll actually give you the premise for. It's a short film about a bullied young man who feels like he doesn't belong anywhere, trying to gatekeep his favorite song when it becomes popular. The twist, however, is that this young man is kind of screwy, and he gatekeeps the song by killing anybody who listens to it, who just so happen to be the very people who bullied him way back when. So, I'm looking forward to at least writing that. As well, I am still very passionate about doing a Star Wars fan film at some point. I think I have a story. I'd love to pitch it to my guys, but just at some point, whether it be a lightsaber duel or some kind of Star Wars thing in general. I mean, I love Star Wars. I'd love to try my hand at making it short form media. So, yeah, I'm excited. As well as to not give anything away, I'd like to talk about all the short films that I didn't make. Starting from the bottom, we have Religious Observation. I couldn't figure out a way for the story to work. I couldn't figure out character arcs. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to say. I just thought it was a cool idea. And the scope of the story that I was trying to write for it just didn't really work out for what I was not could feasibly do, because I could do it. I wasn't feeling that urge to go, like, do or die, do it. As well, Every Night I Tried to Steal the Car was an early script that I wrote that I really wanted to make years ago, and the reason I didn't make that was, I mean, I did actually learn to drive not long after writing that, and I don't know, the project just lost a lot of passion from me. As well, we have The Tourist, which was this science fiction short film, and the whole thing was sort of had its crux on a single twist, and writing a story around one twist and trying to make that story interesting is extremely hard. So, I mean, that's sort of what happened to all the other short films that I didn't make. And that's sort of the idea, is that, yeah, I'm wiped out from college. College was hard, but I'm going to try and do whatever I can content-wise on this channel, even though I'm just totally exhausted. And it's going to take me a long time, and that's sort of one of my big things, is constant exhaustion. That said, at the very least, I'm going to write as many of these short films as I can. So I'm working on a new Star Wars video that's going to come out in December. I'm going to be ranking all of the posters that Return of the Jedi has had. A little known fact, Return of the Jedi actually has the most, I'm pretty sure the most alternate posters ever officially created for a Star Wars movie. So, because it's my favorite Star Wars movie and one of my favorite movies ever, I'm going to be ranking all of the posters. As well, the Star Wars Battlefront 2 stream is coming, so look forward to that. Also, the video essay on Robin is still coming. It's just gonna take a little while longer. It's a pretty in-depth search through all of the media versions of Tim Drake to see which is the most accurate version, and to see sort of why media has had a problem adapting Tim Drake in the past. I think it'll be interesting. Of course, it's the kind of video I would love to watch, and I'm hoping that it'll give at least some of my viewers a better outlook on who Tim Drake is as a character, because Tim Drake is one of my favorite characters of all time. I love everything Robin related. He's my favorite Robin, and I think in media outside of comics, he's been woefully misrepresented, and there's a lot to be said for comic accuracy and how that affects how your characters appear throughout stories. And so I'm looking forward to seeing if I can write that. Really, it might end up just being a Robin appreciation video, honestly, because I just want to make other people love Robin the way I do, and make them see the value of Robin as he's written in comic books, as opposed to Robin as he's portrayed in, like, TV shows and movies. Finally, I just want to thank everybody who's been here for a while, or who's just here now, for supporting me on my filmmaking journey. I mean, this is something I've wanted since I was, like, a kid, and it's something that I'm probably going to continue to want for the rest of my life. And so, making a channel, I mean, the express purpose of this channel when it began was to have a place to put my Batman fan film when I first made it. So, anyways, thanks for supporting me. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Go eat an unreasonable amount of food.